a time in a kingdom far, far away, there was a young princess named Amelia. She lived in a grand castle with her parents, the king, and the queen. Amelia was known for her kind heart, her love for animals, and her adventurous spirit. One day, a royal announcement was made that the king and queen were searching for a suitable prince for Princess Amelia to marry. Many young princes from neighboring kingdoms came to the castle, hoping to win her heart and become her future husband. However, Amelia couldn't find a prince who shared her interests and values. One stormy night, a stranger knocked on the castle gate seeking shelter. He introduced himself as Prince Edward, a prince from a distant land. The king and queen welcomed him inside and offered him a warm meal and a place to stay until the storm passed. Amelia was curious about the newcomer and sneaked a peek at him from behind a curtain. She noticed that Prince Edward seemed kind and polite. During the night, the queen had an idea to test Prince Edward's authenticity. She decided to place a tiny pea under 20 layers of mattresses and 20 layers of soft quilts in a bed in the guest room where the prince would sleep. The next morning, the queen asked Prince Edward how he had slept, hoping to see if he was truly a prince of noble character. Prince Edward replied with a warm smile, "Your Majesty, I'm afraid I didn't sleep well at all. The bed was very uncomfortable, and I couldn't find a restful position." The queen nodded and invited Amelia to join them. She asked the princess if she knew why Prince Edward had such a restless night. Amelia thought for a moment and then spoke, "It must be because there was a tiny pea hidden under all those mattresses and quilts. Only a real prince with delicate sensitivity could feel a small pea beneath so many layers." The king and queen exchanged knowing glances, and they were delighted to see that Prince Edward had passed the test. Amelia and Prince Edward spent the next few days getting to know each other, and they discovered they had many shared interests. They both loved nature, animals, and exploring new places. As the days turned into weeks, Amelia and Prince Edward became inseparable. They went on long walks through the castle gardens, played with animals in the royal menagerie, and shared stories of their respective kingdoms. Everyone in the castle could see that Amelia and Edward were a perfect match. Finally, the king and queen gave their blessings to the young couple, and a grand wedding was planned. The kingdom was alive with excitement and joy, and people from all around came to witness the union of Princess Amelia and Prince Edward. From that day forward, Amelia and Edward ruled the kingdom with wisdom and compassion. They worked together to make their realm a better place for all its inhabitants, from the smallest creatures to the biggest ones. And so, the tale of the princess and the pea became a beloved story for generations to come, reminding everyone that sometimes the tiniest of things can have the biggest impact on our lives.